Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 27 of Let's Play Loren, the Amazon Princess. We are making fantastic progress. Currently doing the expansion Castle of Enmar, I guess, right now, as we're doing some stuff related to Enmar Castle. Go ahead and turn the volume down. Let's go ahead and take the diamond we just unearthed back to the Castle of Enmar. Welcome back. We've retrieved the diamond. I knew you would not disappoint. Every so often I can trust to strangers. Hand it to me. And the Amazons? They are yours, if you like. Where are they? First, the diamond. Saren held out the diamond and looked over at Loren. They were a little suspicious, but they couldn't risk the Amazons' lives. Zachary took the diamond and relished in its beauty. 250 XP. Couple level ups. We've got a Karen level up. Skill. Strength. And level 16 for Saren. And a skill point. This wouldn't be a bad idea to get to level 2 or 3. Restoring 50% of targeted ally stamina spell points is very nice. Yeah, let's start working on that. Energy 1. Will. Skill. Alright. Oh, perfect. Yes, perfect. Our sisters? Zachary produced a key from his robes without taking his eyes from the diamond. He held it out to Loren with little interest. Valerie deserves nothing less. He tucked the diamond away just as Loren snatched the key from him. Now take your friends and flee from here. If any of you return, there will be no diamond large enough to save you. Karen eyed the vampire as he flicked his wrist to reveal a hidden door in the room. Loren and Saren rushed over and it opened. Inside was a jail. The lost Amazons were scattered around the cell sleeping, but they popped up at the sound of the door scraping open. Princess Loren! They couldn't believe their eyes as Loren unlocked their cell door. We freed you. We leave immediately. Thank you, Your Majesty, but Breeza? Just then, they heard the striking call of the griffin from the windows. Loren smirked. That would be her. The Amazons jumped with joy and piled out of the cell. Karen entered, forcing them all to salute. The Scoutmaster has come. Is there a way to the top of the tower? There may be, Your Highness. This way. They walked up a long spiral staircase through the rest of the tower and ended up on the roof. Breeza was circling overhead with a fleet of griffins. Scouts, my sisters! The Amazons cheered for their leader. She landed the griffins so that they could all ride back home. Is that Castle Enmar expansion complete? The griffins flew everyone back to the citadel in one piece. Every person had escaped safely. The Amazons greeted their arrival with cheering. Breeza and the other scouts were taken into care, and their rescuers were celebrated. Save the scouts, 1000 XP. And oh boy, lots of level ups. Let's do a trouble level up. I guess. Let's go ahead and get Poison Fangs too. Seems good. Will. Strength. Level up for Mesfit. No skill points, but skill. Oh. Will, skill, skill. Or will, skill. Yeah, skill. Level up 16 for Draco, who gets a skill point. Guess we can go ahead and try to get a higher shattered. Will. Level 13 for Ramas. Strength. Level 13 for Abokiki. Strength. Will. Level 15 for Ray. Skill. Level 14 for Polymesho. He's got Regenerate 3 now. Now we can move into like Flood 2, which hits all enemies in a row with water. And Will, Strength. Level 13 for Chambara. She does have a weapon she could brandish, but I guess we're just going magic with her. Strength and Dora. Skill, will. Alrighty. The heroism demonstrated at Castle Enmar would be passed on for generations by the Amazons and would be considered one of the defining acts of notoriety for Princess Loren to inherit the throne. Her actions would help restore the scouts and give them their chance to fully support the war against evil. So that was Castle Enmar, I believe. It was pretty cool. Dungeon crawl. I don't know if we completed the entire dungeon. In terms of finding everything it offered. Like in the dungeon parts of it where you could choose your own path forward. But, yeah, we completed it. You've returned. You've made a horrible mistake. You were warned. Zachary hissed, but Valerie glided over and hung on his arm. Dear, do not be rude to our guests. Darling, we may have use for them yet. Oh, maybe it's not over. Are you in need of more friends? Shall I turn them? There are troubling pests in the catacombs. Send them to deal with it. They make so much dreadful noise that I can't sleep during the day. I know the pest of which you speak. It seems that you may reprieve yourself once more. This is more than I usually allow any mortal. In our sacred crypt lies a manipulative old woman. She plays with the bones of our friends like toys. Yes, we have already met her. Good, then you know what you must do. Rid her from my property. And what if we refuse? Then you'll... Valerie looked harshly at Zachary. He forced a smile. You'll miss out on important information. We know of something that is very important to you and your kind. What could that be? I'll only say if you do this for us. Well, I guess we can accept it. Defeat Mother Mort and her undead minions for Zachary and Valerie Enmar. We will do this for you because we do not like her kind. What if we refuse the quest? I kind of like Mother Mort. We do not deal with the undead. Farewell. Kill vampires. Let's just accept the quest. We will do this for you because we do not like her kind. Wonderful to hear. Return only when you've done this for us and we'll impart our knowledge with you. What are you waiting for? Kill the necromancer. We're working on it. Don't take too long. My patience is growing thin. Catacombs, here we go. Company again, dear Raven. Greetings. Have you killed the king? Killed the king. Oh, right. We haven't killed the Death Knight yet. Hurry, or does your world mean so little to you? Right, we have to use her in the Orcish wastes first. A crude city appeared in the distance. It was once a city of the elves, but it was now the property of orcs. We should be cautious when approaching this tribe. They are not as hostile as other orc tribes, but they will not welcome us. That's a risk we have to take. The tribe was quick to notice the approaching group and prepared to attack. A leader appeared and demanded the other orcs to put down their weapons. They recognized this orc to be one of the chieftains to follow Cruel. The chieftain snuffed at Loren. None of the orcs looked hostile anymore. A robed man stood out amongst the orcs, and he pushed his way to the front. You are trespassing. We know you are harboring a Death Knight. Bring us to him. The cultist was silent. All the orcs looked to him. Have you come to bask in his divinity as well? So many options. I'd say yes. We are curious about him, yes. The cultist was silent for a long while, contemplating them. You must first prove that you are worthy to be in such exalted presence. Show to me your valor, and I will consider your request to join our ranks. Join? Who said anything about joining something? We have no choice. Let us play their game if it will get us closer to the knight. The orcs formed a circle around a large pit in the ground. Amukiki recognized what they were seeing. An arena. If you succeed here, you will have our consideration. That's it? Just some blasted consideration? It is good enough for us. You must select 3 of your best fighters and survive 3 consecutive battles to gain the orcs' loyalty. Become a champion of the Orcish arena. Shall we begin the test of worthiness? Enter the pit. View your party setup. 3, okay. So I think we have to go with this 3 right here. You'll first fight against some goblin captives. The orcs unlatched metal cages and sprung green goblins. They were ravenous from having been starved. Oof. 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 Not off to a killer start. I don't know if that's gonna have him survive.
I hope this is slightly uncomfortable.
Oops. Let's see here. We have to fight 3 consecutive battles. It's not going to work if we're using... we're not able to do this yet, I don't think. They get like a bunch of attacks in a row. This is just battle 1. If we can't defeat this battle, how are we supposed to... Yeah. No, load. Okay, where'd we save last? Yes. Huh. We're not ready for this yet. Perhaps later. Oh, then I guess we have to do camp quests. Is there anything at the Fork Lair? I didn't mean to come here. We have money. Light armors and jewelry. Enchanted druid cloak. Let's go up and head to the Jizulu ruins. Let's see, two-handed storm, storm cloud, axe magma, morning star of ice, elder druid crossbow. That's not a bad trade-off. Even better for Misfit. How about Ray? Ray has one. Let's see here. He's better to have the speed and stuff, so let's equip that directly. And rather than sell the Master's crossbow, we'll give that to Misfit. Oh, we can't use the Master's crossbow. Interesting twist of changes there. Ray doesn't want it. Dora could use it, but she's using a cultist crossbow. Let's see if Ray can use the cultist crossbow. He can. Oh, no. Oh, wait, not Ray. Yeah, Ray. Karen. Loren. Then I guess we sell this. Cultist crossbow, we have 948. Sword purple haze. Sword lightning. No real need for sword lightning. Or anything else here. Leggings of the Warlord. Very nice. Ooh, that's a big upgrade for Loren. Dang. Equipped directly. She was just using some legs of clarity. Confused resist. Death Knight helm. Boots Juno. Hunter's necklace. Wow. She needs the speed, though. Give that to Ray. Minus 10 defense. Saren. Not a big upgrade for you. Misfit. 5 damage, 4 critical hit. It's pretty nifty. Let's go ahead and sell the legs of clarity. The 2 aquamarines, the emerald, and the quartz. And probably grab this for Misfit. Unless there was something nicer. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab this. And Necklace of the Warlord. We can give to Ramas, pretty much. He's got Necklace of Strength. Oh, maybe not. Kiki? Sure. Necklace of the Warlord. Wait. What about Dora? Let's give it to Dora, actually. Alright, we're out of money again, but we got some nice upgrades. Real nice. Alright, next move then would be to do a camp quest. Saren walked to the edge of the forest to meet up with Mirth as they had planned, except he heard voices arguing when he approached. He recognized Mirth's voice, and then he recognized Ray's. He was stunned that he was even here. He crept closer, trying to overhear what they were talking about, but he already knew it was about him. By the time he got a good view of the two of them, their argument was over. Mirth was crying. With a hot word, she fled away from Ray into the trees. When she disappeared, Ray immediately saw Saren standing there and gave him a hard look. The elf walked intimidatingly towards him, so Saren stiffened, but Ray only glared at him as he passed by, returning to camp. Alone, Saren was left dazed. Neither of them had said a word to him before completely leaving. Calling off his excursion with her, he couldn't leave it at that and ventured into the forest to find Mirth and ask for an explanation. He found her drooping on a rock, wiping her eyes. She paused when she heard Saren's footfalls. "You made your point, Ray." Saren frowned by the tortured tone in her voice, and then was unsure how to handle the mistaken identity. But why was she crying? Was it really about him? "What did Ray say to you?" She jumped, startled to find Saren instead of the elf. Her eyes were glistening and turning red. Just seeing her so broken made Saren crumble apart along with her. We can't talk anymore. I'm so sorry. No, please, don't say this. Please. Mirth bit her lip to keep from crying again. I need to focus on my duties. I am an elder druid, and I need to take care of that. So no more distractions. He was just speechless now. He couldn't believe that this was even happening. I'm so sorry I let it come this far. Mirth fled again, even deeper into the woods, but Saren couldn't find the strength to follow her. He didn't think that her simple words could do that to him. But there he was, still standing in the same spot, unable to move. And then an emotion came to him, hot and strong. This was Ray's fault. He curled his fists and ran back into camp. The elf was brooding by the fire, no doubt reveling in his almost maniacal obsession in controlling Mirth's life. Saren stared at him for a moment. If he was what stood between him and Mirth, then he had to change his mind. And as far as Saren was concerned, that was to be done one of two ways. Befriend Ray or fight Ray. I think we're going to befriend him, even though he's kind of a jerk. The only way he could be with Mirth is if he had Ray's approval. He needed to show him that he could be trusted with her. Instead of getting angry at him, he needed to build a bridge of understanding between them. There was likely a lot of resentment in Ray just because Saren was a human. He needed to show Ray what Mirth had found out. Not all humans are bad. He started off simple. Have you eaten? He moved towards the cooking spit and picked up a dish and a ladle. Pardon? Yes. You have? Oh. Saren abandoned the idea of serving him food. He walked awkwardly over to the log that Ray was sitting on and pointed next to him. May I sit here? Ray looked up at him with a confused face, but no answer, so Saren sat down anyway. You are most annoying. What can I do to be better? Just tell me. Is it because I'm human? I'm sure you wish that were the problem. If it's not that, then what? Ray sighed, and again didn't warrant him important enough to respond. Saren tried a different path of attack, his ego. You're amazing on the battlefield. I've never seen someone more expert with a crossbow. This did hook the elf's attention. Of course you haven't. That must have taken a lifetime of practice, or maybe you were born that skilled? Dedication and hard work. Blood is just blood. I have earned my skill. Interesting. I would never thought that you'd be humble enough to say you weren't born this way. Ray shook his head and clucked. Saren was losing him. But you were definitely born with your good looks, that's for sure. Being so handsome, you must get a lot of attention from the ladies, which you deserve. The elf contorted his face in disbelief about where this conversation was going. And probably a top-notch lover. I'm sure you have had a lot of exciting conquests to tell. Ray stood up suddenly. You have successfully made me uncomfortable. He moved to leave, but Saren wasn't done yet. He needed Ray's approval as soon as possible. Without thinking, he reached out and grabbed at Ray's arms to anchor him. Wait. The elf paled, and Saren realized how awkward this was getting. I do not find men attractive, Saren. I'm sorry. He had completely misunderstood, and Saren felt like a complete fool. He retracted his hand from Ray quicker than he could blink. No. I'm not... This wasn't... I love mirth. It just slipped out, and he regretted that he couldn't have put it in a better way, but it was the truth, and he was prepared to stick by it. I love her, and I need you to accept me so that you can tell her it's all right to be with me. Ray evaluated him in silence. I've denied it long enough, and nothing you can say will change it. I know she loves me back. I just feel it. Ray crossed his arms, still looking at Saren as if he were the worst scum of the world. I wish it didn't have to be this way. I believe you, but that doesn't mean I like you or that you and Mirth can ever be a couple. None of that I can change, but I can stop antagonizing you, but that's it. Everything else will fall the way it will fall. I don't want to make her cry again. She can do that on her own. There was a pang of hope from the elf's dismissal of the situation. If she wants to do this to herself, and she wants to torture herself so bad, then fine. Saren bit the inside of his cheek, being referred to as torture, but at least Ray was releasing his grip on her. Ray sighed and uncrossed his arms. He gave Saren one last look before he retired. If what Ray said was true, then he had given up trying to separate them. Saren got what he wanted, but it didn't feel like anything had changed. He wanted to run to Mirth and tell her Ray's decision, but he couldn't find her, so he waited for her to come back, or perhaps Ray would inform her. What mattered is that there was nothing stopping them from being together now. One second, guys. My air conditioner went off. There we go. Okay. So we have some camping to do. Do we have Chambara's quest? No, we might not get Chambara's quest because it might mean romancing her, which we should have probably done. Just not taking it all the way, just to get her quest, but we may not be able to, 100% the game. Dora. Saren saw Dora sulking on a log by the fire. She was frowning deeply, so he walked up to her. What's the matter? Dora snapped up straight and covered up something in her lap. Nothing. That wasn't very convincing. Okay. Promise not to tell anyone, okay? Dora uncovered a lap and revealed Ramas' family gemstone. Saren crossed his arms at how predictable she was. Don't be shocked, but this isn't mine. Yes? Ramas dropped it. Are you sure? He left it lying around. Dora. Okay, I stole it. She hunched over, realizing how loud she shouted that. Fair and square. I see, and why do you look so sad? Feeling guilty? Is that what this is called? Guilt? Weird. So you feel bad from stealing this from Ramas? I do. She looked up at Saren with watering eyes, unlike he had ever seen her. I just can't help it. It was there and it was shiny and I just took it, even though I didn't want to. Not from him. You feel particularly bad stealing from Ramas. Yeah, I don't want to steal from him. I really like this. I can't stop looking at it, but I feel so wrong. What should I do? More choices. I'm going to say confront Ramas. If you want to clear your conscience, you have to go up to Ramas and apologize. That's insane. I've never done that ever. There's a first time for everything. You feel bad about taking it, don't you? I'm sure Ramas will be touched that you cared so much to return it. You think? I know. Well, I guess I should face him because this feeling is just awful and needs to go away soon. Dora hopped up, nodded to herself, and made her way over to Ramas. Saren smiled, hoping that Ramas would finally get the courage to say what was in his heart. Saren watched Dora jump up next to Trouble. It snapped at her, and she growled back. Were you trying to get on top of Trouble? I want a mighty steed. It's just my size. Looks like it doesn't want to be your steed. Yeah, well, I don't want it either. Its fire would just ruin my clothes anyway. Dora stuck her nose in the air and laughed. Trouble looked at her quizzically. Let's go to Ramas right away just to see. Saren watched Dora confront Ramas from afar. She was very reserved at first, shuffling her feet and hanging her head. Ramas, however, was blushing up a storm. She held out the gem and he blushed more. Ramas looked as if he stammered with his words for a while, until he finally shouted loud enough for even Saren to hear. "You're a really fine lady, and I think you're the best thing that could ever happen to me." Dora was stunned, staring back at him. She looked away bashfully and smiled, then she giggled. She poked at his chest and Ramas gulped. Eventually, he smiled and looked unable to contain himself. Saren took this opportunity to walk to them. "Aw, I assume everything went well?" "But buddy, Dora, she..." Dora giggled and hid her face with the gem in her hands. "Ramas planned this all along. He wanted me to find this because he's a super big softie. So cute." "Cute? She thinks I'm cute." "Duh, I always thought you were a cutie dwarf." "I think you're the prettiest." Dora giggled again. Saren was sure they would make each other very happy. "Thank you, man. Thank you for helping me finally come out and say it. I would have been such a fool to never say how I really felt about her. It would have been worse to have never known than to have kept the blasted thing a secret." Did you want this back?" "No, it's yours. Please, keep the thing. I got it for you." "Is this your family crest?" Ramas stuck out his chest with pride. "Yep." "Wow, there's so many merits on it. You must be like royalty over there." "Ha, they wish. They'll never rope me into that political hooey. It's just me, my axe, and my girl." Oh, Dora squeaked and threw her arms around Ramas and rubbed his nose against his. Saren backed off, knowing to give them their privacy. Oh, dwarf love. Palomesho? Perhaps. Okay, nothing. Draco was busy trying to pet all three heads of his new pet. "Such sweet little doggies. Yes, you are." "It is a little cute." Trouble wagged its fire tail, looking up at Draco. They appeared to have bonded well. And Makiki says nothing. Yeah, we might not get her. Or Mesfit's quest from not romancing, I'm not sure. Mirth, he ran up to her. She drew in a sudden breath. "It's okay, really. I talked to Ray and he said he won't interfere again. I know he's been..." "Saren?" He hung on his next words and then dropped them, realizing he was saying too much. "You don't have to push me away anymore." "I meant what I said." She took a moment after saying that to close her eyes and then reopened them. Saren would need much longer to recover. "We should speak only of important matters from now on." "But, Ray..." "He has nothing to do with it. This is my decision." He couldn't believe it. "So, I think I should go now." She left quietly. Saren stood, staring at the empty space where she had been. There was a sadness in her eyes, a reluctance. He saw it, he knew it. But it didn't matter because this was the way she clearly wanted things to be. No matter how much it hurt, she was almost right. The world was in peril and there were more important matters. It still took all of his strength to restrain himself from running right back up to her. Later, it took most of his strength to find joy in anything, but Loren needed him to be strong. He was going to be strong for Mirth instead. Well, and Loren. Trouble was sniffing the ground around Loren and then her. "Shoo!" Trouble sat down in front of her. "Begone!" All three of its heads turned on their side to look up at her. "Saren!" "Yes, ma'am?" "How do I get rid of it?" "You don't like Trouble?" "Why would I like him?" Trouble began to whimper. "Is it hurt?" "I think it just wants attention from you." "How do I give that?" "A pat on its heads, maybe?" Loren cautiously reached her hand out to touch one of Trouble's heads. The beast watched her, and just as her hand came close enough, it licked and slobbered all over her hand. "Vile dog." Saren laughed. "Go now, you've had your fun." Loren kept her arm far away from her body until she cleaned up. Cute stuff. Alright, break camp. So, we came here to do a camp quest. And, I don't even remember all of them, but I guess we can probably save and see how long we've been playing. 35 minutes. So we can start on one camp quest. And if we click one, like say we do Amukiki's quest. Oh. It doesn't tell us what the quest is first. Maybe we can see it in defeat Mother Mort and her undead minion, become a champion of the Orcish arena, find and kill the Death Knight, help Souser. No companion quests. So I don't remember what they really were, but could try Ramas' quest. Review your party before proceeding. Ramas and Saren. Party limit is 2. Saren notified Ramas that he was ready to travel to Hammerhands to speak to his brother for him. Oh, cool art. When they made it to the Dwarven City, Ramas took Saren to his family's house. He led them up a marvelous stone structure set into the side of the mountain. It was walled off from the rest of the city and only had a few other buildings could be seen that were similar. What is this place? My home, of course. What are you, royalty? Something like that. Really? Ramas pounded through the estate and right up to the front door. The dwarves in the yard gasped as they saw Ramas. Hey, is that blasted cadres in today? Go ahead and sip my water bottle here. The dwarves nodded but kept silent. Good, come on. No one stopped Ramas or Saren as they explored the inside of the mountain mansion. Ramas called out his brother's name repeatedly until he stumbled upon him in a sparse room. Cadres, what have you done with this room? The trophies are missing from the walls. Oh, wonderful. The lout's checked himself in. What are you doing here? This is a coup, brother. Ain't that right, man? Ramas gestured to Saren. He quickly nodded. If we may. Ramas grunted dismissal at Saren. Don't ask him first, just take. That again. You're practically obsessed over those rocks. Rocks? Rocks? Rocks, I'll show you rocks. Ramas growled and advancing towards his brother, grabbing his axe. Ah, no! Help! Help! A large nomad squeezed in through the dwarf-sized door and stood protectively next to Cadres. Ramas stopped and scowled. You can afford a meathead, but you can't pay your debts? Pa! Don't start. You're the one who quit trading to join some misfits' adventures. If we're at a loss for coins, you know whose fault it is. How dare you? If I was the only one keeping this family afloat, then you never had any right to be head of the family. Don't blame me. Blame your mother for marrying outside of her caste. Only a dwarf of my caliber could be trusted with. Ramas readied his axe with a howl. All right, you rotten barbarian. Let's see how tough you are. All right. Just a bodyguard. We should be able to handle this fairly well. Already shattered for a mighty blow. Try to stun to no avail. Oh yeah. Boom. Took down the barbarian. 2 amethyst, 48 gold. Cadres whimpered when he saw that he was defenseless. I'm gonna take those gems and I'm gonna kill you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that comment about your mother. Ramas raised his axe over his cowering brother. Don't kill him, Ramas. Yes, don't kill me. I'll give you whatever you want. Gems, now. You can have them. You can have this old broken house. The family is ruined anyway. No thanks to your leathery bum. Okay, but I don't have them. Ramas went deadly silent. I sold them. What? The whole room shook with Ramas's booming voice. Cadrus blurted out all the information he could manage when not being sworn to Inferno by his brother. Cadrus had sold the gems to pay some debts to underground dwarves. Ramas was fuming, thinking about his family's honor in their hands, as underground dwarves were crime lords. Ramas wasted little time storming out of his estate and into the mines. There was a bad part of the underground system where brigands dwelled out of sight of any authority. Keep close to me, but not too close, 'cause I'll be on a murdering spree. Are you sure that's the only way? Maybe we can negotiate for the gems back. That's not how my family earned its honor, so that's not how I'll be getting it back. Ramas flipped his axe in his hand. They both wandered into a very shady part of the mines, trying not to get in more trouble than they were looking for. Dwarves with eye patches and missing teeth growled at them as they passed. Finally, they were stopped by particularly surly dwarves. You got a reason to be in these parts? I've come for my family's stones. The dwarves laughed at Ramas. Oh, you're the sad sap who pawned those rocks. Who's got 'em? Boss had all the good stuff, of course. I don't think he'll miss a few blasted hirelings. Oh dear. We may not be... Oh, we can't reach him? Why did I... We may be in trouble here. He's hasted but weakened. For some reason, I cannot attack the dwarf alchemists. Burning or shattered. Let's go shattered. Haste again, cleave. Still can't reach him. Let's go shattered. Okay, we shattered him. Nice. Okay, we've just got to do the same on him. Backstab. Oof. Okay, now it's getting a little testy. Already blow. Now we can take out the Dwarven Alchemist. Oh, dear. Why can't an arrow attack him? He's hasted himself. Potion of slowness. That explosive potion. Huh. Medium explosive potion. Got him. Potion of minor healing, but now can we handle? Ramas, do we have to kill so recklessly? What's that racket, you scum? A dirt-covered dwarf with a peg leg hobbled out of a nearby tunnel. He froze when he saw the bodies on the ground. All's I'm wanting are my family gems. You hand them over or I go. The boss glowered and pulled out an axe even larger than Ramas. You think I'm some weak-necked elf gonna hand over whatever you ask? You're about to be. The crime lord grinned and showed he had dirt in his teeth, too. I like that armor you got. I think I'll be taking it. Ramas went berserk. Oh dear. We've really got to heal here. Hope for the best. Okay, not too bad. Let's try to weaken him. Oh, he's out of MP. Do you have that skill that restores energy? Yeah. Dang, can't weaken him. Oh no. Mighty blow. Dang. go ahead and use... I don't want to use these bombs, but... let's try something else. 26 to 31. Can't use a potion? Oh. Let's go and get a potion of medium healing. Good thing we have those. He's got some HP regen going. Gotta stagger him somehow. Oh no, now he's close to being staggered. And Ramas is staggered. 18 out of 26. 21 out of 26. Dang. Let's try again. Let's go ahead and life 3. We have to make sure everybody's more well equipped for their side quests when the time comes. Like I should have grinded a bit and went on a shopping spree with Ramas. Can we weaken it? Oh, I wish we could weaken them. If we could just weaken them, this battle would be so much more easier. But it's just not happening. Ugh. Oh no, now he's shattered. Maybe he should defend. And you go ahead and use... Actually, you go ahead and life 1 again. Nice. Not a big damage. Missed. Wow, we only have 2 medium vitalities. Unbelievable. There we go. Should be able to get him now. There's a shatter. If only he stays alive. Oh, you need a potion of minor vitality. And then a mighty blow. Nice. Got him. That should fulfill his quest. Promises. Blast on your blasting family. The boss dwarf gurgled his last words and then was silent. Crime lord or not, Saren made an effort to close the dwarf's eyes and lay him in a respectable fashion. Where are they? Ramas rummaged through every bag and box in the area. A glint from the boss dwarf's fallen axe caught Saren's eye. Ahem, Ramas. Saren picked up the axe. Large jewels were fastened into the hilt. Are these anything important? Ramas paused and then charged towards the axe. He yanked it from Saren and inspected them with a scowl. My gems! He used them for himself? The rat! He could have at least pointed the symbol's face out. Dirty filth! Ramas beat on the axe to get the gems to come out, but none dislodged. Calm down. You can take the axe with you. Ramas looked at the weapon in his hands, realizing that it was not just a trophy, but now the home of his family gems. He stared at it for a while until slipping it on his back. It's a big axe. It'll do for now. But I'll shake these stones out of it soon. Saren helped Ramas make it back to the surface alive. Back at his estate, they found Codrus had fled. Ramas was now the rightful head dwarf to his house, even without the gems. But Ramas assured Saren that they were important to his family honor and that they did the right thing in getting them back, and perhaps all of Hammerhands for ridding the city of some notorious criminals. You've received the gemstone axe. Cool. So I'm going to camp, I guess. Oh no. No. Alright, let's save here. I want to thank you guys for joining me. This is episode 27, right? Next time we'll go ahead and pick up here. I just wanted to check, Ramas's gemstone axe. We can do that next time too. But hope you enjoyed and are enjoying the LP, and I hope you'll stick with me for future eps. We're going to be doing some companion quests, a little more camping, and some more side quests and the expansion Castle of Enmar. So I hope you'll join me for that. Much love, peace, and joy, guys. Take care. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now. Much love.